short mic. Hi guys.
What's up?
Not much. Just a nice OkCupid show. So I'm going to basically tell you about 1 month in my life in 2012. We're going to cover the gamut of online dating here. So in about, I think it was August of 2012, I got called in to a meeting with an editor of an online magazine that pays their writers. So I was really excited about this meeting, and I was ready to do anything she asked of me, which is good because what she asked of me was to go on 30 dates from 30 different online dating sites in 30 days. Yeah. She was like, yeah, I just think, wouldn't that be so fun? And I was like, yeah, fun. And at the time, I was working as a dating writer for a dating website, howaboutvie.com. I'll just give it a plug right here. I really genuinely think it is the best dating website that you could possibly use. That having been said, it is a dating website. And my job was to encourage people to go on online dates. A lot of what my role was in the company was to just write positive articles about how online dating is the perfect supplement to any dating life. If you're single in 2014, you want to use every resource available to you. And I really do believe that. If you want to find a relationship, you have to go online. And it doesn't matter if it's How About We or online or OkCupid or whatever. That's just the truth. That having been said, online dating sucks. And I was not doing it at the time, because hell no. But this was a real opportunity to sort of write my truth and put my money where my mouth was. So I said, sure. Before sort of considering should I take this assignment or not, I thought to myself, okay, what would Nora Ephron do? and I feel like the honest answer to that is Nora Ephron would not have taken this assignment. But hindsight is 20/20, so I was like, sure, let's go. Sign up for 30 dating sites. So the first task was to select the dating sites that I'd use for the article. And you guys probably all know the big dating sites, obviously OkCupid, Match.com, eHarmony, etc. The editor of this site really wanted me to delve into niche dating sites. And it's very true that there's an online dating site for every possible taste, interest, and fetish. And when you need to come up with a list of 30, you really get in there. So just to read you guys a list. eHarmony, fine. JDate, yes, not Jewish, but on board. How About We, thumbs up. OkCupid, obviously. Nerve.com, Zeus.com, Plenty of Fish. Cupidtino, which is the dating site for people who really love Apple products. Get it? Because Apple is based in Cupertino, California. That was funny. TrulyMadlyDating.com, which is Condé Nast's dating site. BeautifulPeople.com, the dating site for beautiful people. Likewise, which matches you up based on your favorite book. And let me just say that I had high hopes for this one. I was like, if anything's going to go well, it's going to be the one that matches you up based on your books. Sadly, I think I was the only New York woman on that site. So everybody here should sign up for that site because that is an awesome idea. Talkify.com, which is this weird thing where they literally call you. You put in your phone number and they call you and they ask you a few questions and then you get a voicemail and it's like, meet at the High Line on the 13th Street entrance and he will be carrying a flower. And he was, I did that. We walked up and down the High Line 4 times and then that was it. SeaCaptainDate.com, seriously? Chemistry.com, Christian Mingle, which, by the way, of the 30 dating sites that I signed up for this article, this is embarrassing to admit, I don't know what it is, but that is the one site where I got not a nibble. Like, not a wink responded to, not a message, nothing. They were not having it with me. IvyDate.com, which is for Ivy League dating, which I did not attend, but I still get those emails every day. Badu.com, ILoveYourAccent.com, which also sounded promising, but is really like the dating site for green card marriages, I think. AshleyMadison.com, you guys all know Ashley Madison. Wild People, dating for people who like hiking. This one was hard for me. Celibate Passions. OurTime.com, which is dating for 50 plus. And I was like, how am I going to do this? I'm 26. Like, you're going to have a problem with this? They did not have a problem with it. GothicMatch.com. Personals for cat lovers. Meetdoglovers.com, Trek Passions, Geek to Geek, Farmers Only, which we will revisit in a moment, 420dating.com, and punkmatch.com. Those are the 30 sites that I signed up for this assignment. There were two sites that I told the editor that I was just like too uncomfortable to deal with, and one was pounced.com. Has anyone heard of pounced.com? It's a site for furries. Which, like, power to you. I just, not even Nora Ephron word, I just know. And then the other was sugarbaby.com, which is a site for where young women can find older, successful guys to, like, pay for their lifestyle. And that one I was like, no. I'll do Celibate Passions instead. So once I had the 30 dating sites picked out, I had the truly Herculean task of making a profile for every single site. And you're talking to someone who literally spends an hour on her, like, on each question of OkCupid. Like, I could probably ponder, like, the most embarrassing thing I can admit here for like 40 minutes. So doing 30 of them was quite a task, so I invited my friends over. And we all worked from this master sheet of like my favorite movies and what I'm looking for in a guy, and just like like pictures, like the 5 pictures. And then I let them just improvise with the other things, you know, like why I like cats so much and what kind of celibate I am. What are my favorite tenets of Judaism? And it took a really, really long time to make all those profiles, and my friends were getting really invested, like really invested. They were letting their creative writing flag fly, and they were like, you know what's going to happen? You're going to meet someone from one of these sites, and you're going to fall in love, and then you're going to have to tell him you were doing it for the article, and he's going to get mad, and then he'll forgive you, and then you'll make $6 million on a screenplay about it. Spoiler alert, nope. But it's a really interesting thing, dating so much in such an abbreviated period of time for a sort of nefarious purpose. I think dating to write about it for a story is kind of nefarious, and it does kind of crazy things to your psyche. So it was an interesting experiment, and I'm gonna tell you guys about 3 specific dates that I went on for this project. Let me just start by bringing it back to OkCupid by saying that I chose an OkCupid date for my first date because I thought that'll be normal. Like, OkCupid was easing into things. OkCupid was like the standard of normalcy for this project, so keep that in mind for the other stories you hear tonight. Okay, so the first date I'm going to tell you about is from a site called the Atlasphere. Anyone ever heard of that one? It's the Ayn Rand dating site. And I am not of that political persuasion, but it seemed like a really niche, so I signed up. And oh, I should pause to say that one thing that I was nervous about is I didn't want to just like lead a bunch of guys on or lie. So how I sort of morally justified it to myself is that I told myself I wouldn't tell any flat-out untruths. I would just sort of hide the truth. So I think on the Ayn Rand dating site they asked like what was your favorite Ayn Rand book, and I like read the one that I had read in 7th grade as an assignment, and I went into the date not wanting to. I didn't want to like pretend like I was some big fan. My plan was to just avoid the topic entirely. And I'd been on a few dates at this point, and I show up, and I'm like not looking forward to this date at all. This is the one that I'm probably dreading more than like Celibate Passions, more than anything else. And I like walk into this West Village bar on like 9th or something, 9th and 16th, and it's like the cutest guy I've ever seen, because of course. And just like totally like, I don't know, corn-fed, blonde, good-looking, twinkle in his eye guy, and he's immediately charming, just like immediately, right off the bat, and very polite, and like takes out the seat for me, and we sit down and we order wine, and I was sort of like, oh, we're gonna have nothing in common. No, we had everything in common, just like absolutely everything, and we're talking about movies and books and all these things that we weirdly agree on, and in my head, my like brain is working double speed to try to somehow rationalize like why this guy would be on the Ayn Rand dating site. Like maybe he was in college and signed up, or maybe he didn't really understand and thought it was like a travel related website or something. And we've been out for like an hour and nothing like that had come up. And we were talking about Mad Men because we both loved Mad Men, and we were talking about our favorite episodes, and he was like, what's your favorite episode? And I was like, The Suitcase, the episode where Peggy and Don like stay really late at work and bond. And he was like, yeah, me too. And I was like, of course. And he was like, that's the episode where I really figured out that Don Draper's an objectivist. And I was like, yeah, so what other things do you like? And he just like completely turned, like, did not engage in that, and he sort of like got this like look on his face like, oh, that's weird. And he had said at the top of the night too, like he was so excited to have met me on the website. He'd been on the website a long time and hadn't met anybody. And I think the debates were going on at the time, the like vice presidential debates, and he kept sort of trying to bring that up. He's like, did you watch the debates? And I was like, uh-huh. So anyway, and just like totally changing the topic, and I could just see him get frustrated because poor guy, he was probably so looking forward to meet a like-minded person, and I was just not having it, and we chastely said goodbye, and I did not hear from my Ayn Rand guy ever since. But it's not sad, guys. It's okay. We both survived. The second date I'm going to tell you about is from farmersonly.com. And again, for my Farmers Only profile, I didn't want to be like, I'm a farmer, so I sort of like bended the truth, and I was like, I'm a city girl, I love green acres, I wonder if there's like another life for me. And can I just take this moment to say that I feel like as New Yorkers, we maybe romanticize farmers a little bit, or at least I do. Because I think I was actually envisioning like a Mr. Darcy-esque gentleman farmer. I don't even know if he was a farmer, he wasn't. But I don't know, like really like a farmer, yes, but also like literate and cultured. And not that these guys weren't, they probably were, but it was not evidenced in their profiles. And so for my farmer profile, yeah, like I said, I put like city girl, but really interested in farming. I went to a farm in England once, and it was great. And the problem with the Farmers Only guys is that obviously they were not in New York City. They were all in like central Pennsylvania or upstate New York, but that's okay. I had a deadline. I was willing to travel. So I messaged this guy, and I know in these things you usually have to change their names, but I really love this guy's name so much, so I'm going to keep it in here. And I'm going to read you his profile. Or his message to me, sorry. His response to my, like, wink or husk of corn or whatever. Hi there, my name is Beacon. I would like to get to know you more too. You really have a pretty smile. I like driving the tractor, LOL. I enjoy growing vegetables starting from seed and helping it grow and having people tell you they enjoyed eating everything, just the whole process, whole spelled H-O-L-E. I love it, and I can't really pick out one thing. Tell me about the farm in England. Were there any animals? I go into the city all the time. I'm going in tomorrow, LOL. I like exploring new restaurants. What do you do for fun in the city? Vegan. And I was like, it was so cute, and his photo was literally a picture of him next to like a vegetable stand at a county fair, and I was sold. And I was really, I don't know, I was really excited to go out with him because I felt like this might be, if anything, like an experience, an exchange of cultures. But, not to bring the mood down at all, but my cat died that day, so I had to cancel. And so I didn't go out with Vegan. I canceled with him that night, and then the next night I had another date from JJ. And I texted him the same thing, and I was like, I'm really sorry, can we reschedule? My cat died. That should work, by the way. It's not sexy, that's not... He texted me back immediately, furiously, all caps. He was like, I just rescheduled a meeting for you. Like, really mad that I canceled on him. Backtracking a second, for my JDate profile, there's an option for like not Jewish, and you just click that and like no questions asked. You're like, okay. So that was cool. So anyway, so I like got this angry text from him, and I was like, okay, I was in a fragile place, grieving my cat, but then he quickly texted again, and he was like, I'm sorry. I like spoke out of turn. How about Tuesday? And in a normal headspace and in a normal situation where I was not dating him just for an article, I obviously would be like, no. It would take 2 weeks to grieve my cat. But I had a deadline and I had to get these 30 dates done, and I was feeling like pressured about it, and he was the furthest along I was on JDate. So I was like, sure, Tuesday. And he's like, cool. How about that Starbucks on like 51st and 8th? I was like, okay. Romantic. So I get there, and he's like waiting for me, and we have like the awkward hello. And we like stand in line and like shuffle along the line, and we get to the register, and I ordered a tea because I had to order something, and then the barista's like, what do you want? And he's like, oh, nothing for me. And then I paid for the drink, and he just sort of like kept talking. And then I don't know how many of you have ever been on a date at the Starbucks at 8th Avenue and 53rd Street. There's not a lot of seating. And there wasn't any seating at the time at this like 6 p.m. meetup. So we just romantically stood near the trash cans for like 25 minutes. And I don't know, whenever I'm on a date that I'm like not into, you can tell I'm not into it because I immediately revert into like interview mode where all it is, it's like a one-way me asking him really mundane questions that nobody could ever care about. Like not just like, do you have any siblings, but did you share a room with them growing up? What was that like? And I had a writer's group meeting after this date in the neighborhood, and I guess if somebody from the writers group walked into the Starbucks while we were on this date, and I didn't see him enter, but he saw me at the trash can with this guy, and just like walked in and saw me and the look on my face and this guy, and I guess everything about our aura was just screaming like horrible, horrible date. So he just like turned around and left. He didn't want to be anywhere near it. That's how bad the date was. And finally I extricated myself from it, and I emailed the editor later that night, and I was like, I cannot complete this article. I'm sorry. I tried. It's been a great experiment. And I don't really have a way to wrap this all up, except to say that I still think online dating is the way to find somebody. And why not, like, throw everything at the wall and see what sticks and try 30 different sites. But yeah, it blows, and everybody understands that too. So good luck, guys. Bye!